Now for the so-called City Beautiful and home to the Madden studios. This is EA Sports coverage of the National Football League from Orlando, Florida. With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start on the ground. Hall breaks the tackle. Now Allen. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And it's a solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Jet first down. Absolutely no trouble moving the ball on the ground on their first 2 plays from scrimmage.
Absolutely. You know what I really like? Same guy carrying the ball in both plays, and what drives me crazy is when a back has a nice run, he taps his helmet to go out of the game. I would want the ball again and again and again because you've established really nice momentum, and now you're seeing the field really well.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Travis. Little short pass to James. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy. But they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
And they'll get this down to the 10. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. In motion, the tight end. Hall on a give up the middle. A nice display of power, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
In motion, James, the tight end. And this will be caught Touchdown, Jets. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets are on the board here first in the season opener. Moody good with the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start by running the option to the right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
2 yards to go, 2nd down. Now the first carry here for the running back. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Now it's Fields. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And a nice stiff arm. It opens room to run. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play there on the catch and run. And it'll move the chains. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Fields. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Steelers are able to match the opening drive touch. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he's in for 2. The fake works. And they take the lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season, and they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Travis. This pass out wide to Hall. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Travis. There's Hall bringing in another one. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Another first down there as this one goes for 25. In motion, James, the tight end. They'll look to throw now on first down. Touchdown! A great play there. 28 yards. And the Jets have regained the lead. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second. An entertaining start to this one. More to come. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2, as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. Fields now to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Here's Fields. Flushed out right. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Second and 10. Fields throwing again. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Well, a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. Now Fields. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further, as they get him down well short of the line to gain. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They snap it to Fields. That is caught. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up, because defensive...
And the defense loses him. It's complete. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A great effort there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Steelers are an extra point away from taking the lead. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And this is up and good to put them up by a point. It's 15-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives, so a very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because they are locked in. Feel like the offense coordinator is a little bit ahead of the defensive guys right now. They're beating them to the punch with their play calls. They've got a nice rhythm they're locked into. How can the defensive guys come up with something that'll disrupt that flow? That's what they're seeking right now.
Well, it's been an exciting sequence to watch. Yeah, he'll find Hall. And he'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
In motion, James, the tight end. Operating from the gun, Travis. And check down, complete to Hall. And he'll get it down to the play to the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Out to his left. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
I'm actually looking at this play with defensive eyes here, partner, because they were still laser focused on him after his earlier exploits on this drive. I think they went back to the well just a little bit too soon. He got across the line of scrimmage, but they certainly weren't giving up much more than that.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And a throw right sideline is complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 15-yard line. Operating from the gun, Travis. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's James. And the Jets are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll run with Hall. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. One more time with Hall. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall. That one's a milestone. Touchdown number 150 for his great career. And the Jets have yet again retaken the lead. They're going to keep it on the ground. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
From the gun on third down, Fields steps away to his left. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. A shotgun snap, Fields eluding the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
One thing you're always worried about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Back to throw, Fields. And he comes back with one complete. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Here's Fields. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes a flag. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly second and long. To the air again, Fields. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And, yep, indeed, the flag is out. So now it's third and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Out of the gun, Fields. Being chased out left. And he's able to get up here to the 26. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say, we'll see what happens.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's third down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
A final shot before the break. Fields dancing to his left. And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. They'll roll him out right. And here's Freiermuth again. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 more for him on that one. He's been a busy man. It's a first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. To throw is Fields. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Fields. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. He's going to pick up the first down and then some. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. George Pickens with a milestone career touchdown number 100. Joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the century mark as he continues to climb the all-time list. And the Steelers have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. And he's got it. The try for 2 is successful, and it pushes the lead up to a field goal. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth.
This is caught inside the 15. That is going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A big play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Jets have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. So the Jet offense staying on the field. They're going to go for 2. Complete at the 1. And he'll get into the end zone to make it a 5-point game. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Operating from the gun, Fields. This one deep for Wilson. And got his man complete. And deep he goes into Jets territory before being taken down. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 63 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Back to throw. Fields. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. 2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 43 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
That's complete right around the 8. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener, and it's a 1st down.
But they've certainly not shied away from throwing the football as they've leaned on their quarterback to start this game. 4 straight passes right out of the gate, with that last one earning them a new set of downs.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. And they'll run again. Trying to find a lane, but he finds nothing but defenders. Stopped for no gain at the 2-yard line. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try to pound it in with Andrews. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
That was a huge play on 3rd down. So now what? Do you go for it? Do you trust your offense? Or do you want to put on your defense to try and get the ball back? Me? I'm going for it right here.
On 4th down, Fields. He'll buy some time right. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Pat Freiermuth from 4 yards out. And the Steelers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. They're going to try and run. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Here's the Steelers' kick team as they'll boot this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit.
Ball has it knocked loose, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And to the 43, so down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Well, the tide definitely seems to be turning in this 3rd quarter as this defense is able to knock the ball free and recover.
And let's look at it this way. Their offense is right back out there who just got them the lead a few minutes ago. This has the potential to be a big swing in this game.
They'll start with the option. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he's stopped in the backfield. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw. Fields. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Offenses all over continue to be aggressive, and most people never turn down a shot at a deep ball. But oftentimes, it attracts a little bit of extra attention. And it did on that play, and that one got knocked away.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. On fourth down, they'll try and run for it. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. So a moment to catch our collective breath. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
From the gun, here's Fields.
Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football in the places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
Now it's Fields.
And that is incomplete.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Fields.
Flushed out right. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Back to throw. Fields. And it'll be intercepted.
And the Jets are right back in this football game.
Well, this D, particularly the secondary, has been picked apart at points here tonight. They finally, though, get to the quarterback, get a pick.
And we know this about him. He loves night games, loves the spotlight, loves being the center of attention. I will bet you that he ran off the field almost chuckling to himself. They finally got one. They finally got me.
He finds his man complete. It's Hall. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. In motion, James, the tight end. On first down, it's Malone.
And it's a solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's James. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Operating from the gun. Travis forced out to his left. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A 16-yard touchdown run.
And the Jets have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter.
Big play coming now for the Jets as they'll set up to go for 2. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points, and that helps. That gives him a 7-point lead.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes.
They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. Throwing on second and long.
Fields. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Well, that one really could have turned this thing upside down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete on the deep ball. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on fourth down. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line.
Straight ahead is Hall.
And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
Hall again on second down.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this third down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the first down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Off play action. Travis sliding out of the pocket. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's fourth down. And his kick is good.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Fields. That's to Freiermuth.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Here's Fields.
Flush to his right. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag.
They'll come up now on second down. Now Fields.
Flushed out right. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
Well, this one's had a season's worth of thrills already, and it's still week one. Here's third down now. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
This is 1st and 10. All eyes on Fields. That's pulled in by Wilson.
And he's got this down to the 35. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
Here's Fields.
Eluding the pressure right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Well, this has certainly turned into a showcase game for what he can do on the ground, because they're just continuing to give him chances to run it, and he's earning every additional carry by putting up positive yardage on each run.
His throw incomplete.
Now the question is obvious. Do you try to kick the field goal right here knowing that you need 2 scores? I would be thinking about it if I were on that sideline. Get the field goal now, try and get the touchdown later.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
He's got his running back out of the backfield.
Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play.
Fields throwing again.
Escaping the pressure right. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
Well, partner, tonight was a great way to kick the season off. That before the game, probably as much pomp and circumstance to start a season as I can ever remember. And this is just game 1 of many to come sitting next to you. Really looking forward to it.
As am I. Great to be back in booth with you for another season. Great to get this year underway. You and I both know interesting is going to be the word. An extra week now as part of that newer 17-game season. What a fun opener tonight. We know the better games are still on their way, but I'm glad that we got started.
So for the Jets, they begin the new year 1-0 as they come out victorious here. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And